In today's short analysis video, we will discuss on Walmart stock. My dear friends, this is a follow-up video. Just before 2 weeks ago, we had shared a detailed analysis video on this stock. We had shared about the negative chart structure breakdown, and along with that we had also studied that there are multiple negative factors had been broken down, and this stock will give you a big downside correction. And as per our analysis, the stock had given a downside correction, and after giving the correction, after hitting the target on the downside, the stock had taken an important support. The downside, if I'll show you on the chart, your doubts will be get more clear. My dear friends, if you would remember, just 2 weeks ago we had identified this pattern, which we call it as a rising wedge, or we in Elliott waves we call it as a terminal triangle impulse. And when this when this pattern got breakdown, if you would understand, I had told you, I had informed you that this wasn't support, and as soon as this support got broken down on the downside, I had informed you that there will be a downside correction. And exactly according to our analysis, the stock had given a massive downside correction, and it has hit our both the target on the downside. The stock got open with gap down exactly to our targets, and this was not only just in target, this was our downside target, but it was along with the target, this was a strong support. So the stock got give you a reversal exactly from our targets on the downside. So now the stock had completed the downward cycle, and now the stock is ready for an upside move. So in this stock also, when the stock was about to fall, I had informed you well in advance, and again I am informing you well in advance before the stock is starting big upside rally. So my dear friends, our downside, this negative chart structure, this was a beautiful negative chart structure, which we call it as a rising wedge, and exactly our target it also hit. And if anyone new to our channel, for you, I had updated our previous backdated video where we have informed well in advance about this big fall, and that backdated video link is available on our description of this video. You can check it, and for education purpose you can learn from it. And now my dear friends, now the stock is completed the downward correction, and it's ready for an upside move. So today's analysis will be purely based on the buy side. Now the short selling temporarily is been over now, so now whatever you will earn, it will be on the buy side. So now this analysis we had done on the 2 hours time frame, so now we will shift to higher time frame, that will be our daily time frame. And now I will remove this negative structure, and we will focus on that positive structure which has currently formed on the chart. Dear friends, if you'll make a closer look, the stock has broken out from an important resistance level, and along with that there are multiple positive factors which has already been materialized, and this will allow us to capitalize an opportunity to buy this stock. We can initiate a buy position before a big upside rally get trigger. And my dear friends, also let me inform you that now the Elliott wave, third wave, will going to get start, so there will be a massive upside rally, and you can use that rally as a buy opportunity. So my dear friends, I'm informing you well in advance before the stock is getting started correction on the downside. I had informed you well in advance, and now before the stock is ready for a big upside move, again I am informing you well in advance. So my dear friends, if you are if you are new to my channel, before further going ahead, just subscribe to my channel, because it will be very interesting and you will learn lot of things. Now we will focus on the positive side of the stock. So this was on top where the stock had started the correction in the form of downward sloping parallel channel, and as long as the stock was under this downward sloping parallel channel, the stock got corrected by price wise back to back with lower lows. If you'll see, the first lower lows trigger trigger here, the second lower lows, and the third lower lows here. But as soon as this downward sloping parallel channel got trigger on the upside, first time its lower lows shifted to higher highs, and this is an area where the game started to change. This was a point where the lower lows shifted to higher highs, and whenever the lower lows get shifted to higher highs, we take that point as a confirmation that stock has completed the correction and it's ready for an upside move. And my dear friends, now we will discuss on the chart pattern. So if I'll zoom out and if I'll show you that there is a big Darvas box pattern got trigger over here. If I'll show you, this is a Darvas box pattern and this is a neckline, my dear friends. This is a neckline which is already got trigger over here, and this is a 5 impulse wave got completed of the Elliott waves and the second downside correction, and now the third wave is triggering on the upper side. So now the very first target will be $120. 120 will be our first target, and the second target will be $125, and your stop loss should be below this low. It should be closing basis. And my dear friends, this is it for today's analysis. If you really like my technicals, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Thank you. Bye bye.